Hey, what's going on guys, Natonstan back here again, and welcome back to yet another Club Penguin rewritten video. Now, in my last video, I basically did a little sort of tour of Club Penguin rewritten, but obviously the Rockhopper / adventure quest is going on right now. So I basically wanted to dedicate a video to the actual quest. At the start of the video here, I am just exploring a little bit, just showing you some, minor cosmetic changes that they made to the game. Like there's the skull and crossbones flag, or the puffle and crossbones flag I should say. And then here's just some of the items that you can buy. I have bought the hat. I need to grind some more and get some more coins because I'm really basically poor in the game right now. But yeah, if you go to the dock here, as you can see they've got quite an elaborate setup going on. There's nothing that you can really interact with here from what I can see. It's just mainly cosmetics. And then here I go off to the ski village where again they've just got a puffle and crossbones flag up there. And obviously the ski lodge has been transformed into a ship. But obviously if we go to the beach, this is where the main stuff is going on. And one thing I didn't show on here, there is an item at the treetops as well, which I did get before filming, but I didn't show it in this video because I really wanted to devote this to the quest itself. And you can see here someone's playing the treasure hunt minigame, which I don't play in this video, I played it in my last video. But I basically just wanted to show it off because obviously it is there. But yeah, so basically here there is some minor things you can mess around with. This join the crew little desk, you can't click on it at all. There is a cannon down here though. But if you go down to this ship, there's a little extra room that they've got going on. Basically, from what I can see, it's not really anything special. Basically these cannons fire off and you have to try and get them in the opposite ship's bucket. I'm not sure if you get an item or anything. As far as I know, you don't. I think it's just like a minor thing that you can mess around with. But I mean, it's fun having an extra room. You can obviously go across here. This basically just tells you the rules of the game. Which I can't even call it a game because I don't know if you even get any coins from it. I'm pretty sure you don't. But yeah, like I said, it is kind of fun just to see another room in the game. And the pirate theme they've got going on, I mean, pirate and medieval themes are kind of my favorite in the game. I'm into history in real life. I'm big into genealogy as well, so medieval history is something I'm really kind of passionate about. So whenever they do something medieval themed in Club Penguin, it's something that I really want to take part in. But like I said, this is the first time I've played the game in 10 years, so I'm just basically trying to get back into it. And we're getting back on the migrator here, and I went on the migrator in my last video. I went to the first island, but I completely was clueless about the actual quest, so I didn't progress any further. But for some reason here, these targets that I showed in my last video, they kind of glitched up. Like this one works here, but when I moved to the next one, I was getting a glitch, like it wouldn't stay open. You see, I'm stood on the platform, but the target isn't appearing. See, it appears here, but then it disappears without me actually moving. I'm not sure why it was doing that. You see, I tried my best to actually stand on the target, but it seemed to be when I would stand on the target and then move, it would appear and then disappear completely. So yeah, I'm not too sure what that was about. But like I said in my last video, I don't think these targets actually mean anything in terms of making the ship go faster. I think it's more of like a mental thing. You actually think you're doing something, but you could just stand there and the ship would get there in the same amount of time. But yeah, as you can see, it's not just that target, all of them seem to be doing it. So I'm not too sure what that was about. But on the second voyage that I take from the first island, it seems to fix itself, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. You can see we are arriving at the first island here. And I kind of, like in my first video, I got to this island, but I didn't know you had to click on the wood in the top left corner. So I kind of gave up on it, but now I know how to do the whole quest. But yeah, there's the trading outpost here where you can buy these items. There's not too much else on this island. There's a few cannons. Obviously you can walk around a little bit. You can go around the little beach here and then come back through this little room. But other than that, there's not too much going on. But yeah, the wood in the top corner there is what you want to collect. You just click on it, and then once you get back onto the ship, you will actually see it in the crate. So you can see there's a pile of wood in the crate, and there's a little bug here that does appear before you actually click on the wood on the island. Like, you will see the wood in the crate, but I mean it's nothing really to complain about. But yeah, like I said, the targets actually work this time for some reason. Like, I can obviously use them, as you can see. So I'm not sure why they glitched out on my first voyage. I even made sure this one was working, which, I mean, you can see it's working fine. I mean, you throw a snowball in there, it makes the fan go, which makes the sail blow. Obviously, you can keep doing this, but like I said, I don't think it does anything to the speed of the ship. And then there is the two on the side, which makes the boosters go. But yeah, I mean, I think it takes around a minute, I would say, to get to the next island. Which, I mean, it's at least good that they give us something to mess around with whilst waiting. Because obviously they want to make it feel like you were actually traveling somewhere. It'd be useless if you got on the ship and there's no movement, you know. So for that, I mean, I can see where they're going with it. We should be arriving at the next island here shortly. Which, this next island is actually my favourite of all three of them, I would say. Which is actually the Dinosaur Island. Yeah, here we go. So, again, it's the same sort of deal. You just get off the ship, and there is something you have to click on. You can see I beat the gangplank to it there, but you can't actually just walk across if you just give it enough time. Then obviously we get some more dialogue. So yeah, this is Dinosaur Island, so there is another shop here, as you can see. You have to walk up to it. But the items here are probably my favourite out of all of the shops, because they are, like I see, that dinosaur outfit. And it's almost like Aztec themed or Egyptian. But you have to click on that gem over there. And that's essentially it to this island. There's nothing else you have to do. Obviously, the style of this is pretty good with the dinosaur skull. But yeah, once you click that gem, you have to get straight back on the ship. I kind of wish there was more to the islands themselves, but, I mean, with the amount of, you know, cosmetic changes and parts of the quest they've added to this, I can kind of see why they didn't want to spend too much time on the islands themselves. But it is good that we have some items anyway. I mean, they could have left those shops completely out of the game, but they have brought them back, so at least there's something worth going for. Which, like I said, I think that dinosaur outfit might be my favourite out of this whole quest. I do like the pirate clothes, I will admit, but there's something about that dinosaur outfit. I think it's the costumes that I like the best, that sort of fill the whole body. But yeah, the pirate outfits are useful because I like the actual tops. I feel like you could wear those at any time. But I do appreciate the costumes as well. I should point out as well, there is this little pirate emote here. I did show this off at the start of this video. And I actually did scroll up by accident there. I need to get used to recording a certain region of the screen and making sure not to scroll up. As you can tell, compared to my last video, there is no lag on this from what I can see. So I think I have fixed that problem. But here we are arriving at the third and actually the final island. So you get off here, and obviously you get more dialogue. And this island is a little more involved. There is an extra room to this one, which you'll see here in a minute. So you can see this one has a lot of a more darker, spookier feel to it. But basically what you do is you click this beacon a few times and you get the pin. Which, I mean, it's always good to have an exclusive pin. So I'm going to show it off here. As you can see, I've got the Jolly Roger pin. But here I'm putting the beaker pin on, or beacon pin I should say. But the second room, you go through here into the Viking Hall. Which again is a decent looking room in itself. Obviously I got a pin here as well, or a stamp I should say. But basically, yeah, there's not too much to explore in this room. Sitting on this little throne makes the lights turn on. But it's the crate there at the back that you're going to want to pay attention to. As you can see, there is the Viking Lord armor, which you can get from there. And there's also a second item, which is the Viking Lord helmet. So you actually get 2 items from this one room. So in total that makes 3 items, because there is the other one on the treetops, and then obviously the pin as well. So they're definitely not slacking. Obviously I earned a pin there, or a stamp. I need to stop calling them pins, they're stamps. When I played Club Penguin there wasn't stamps in the game, so excuse me for that. But I'm going to end the video off here guys, so thanks for watching, until next time, waddle on.